Welcome to your Farm and Home Show. My name is Joanna Coles, and this morning we're visiting with Kristin Hildabrand, Warren County Extension Agent for Horticulture. And so there's a lot of cut flowers out there right now,
Yes.
but some people might be intimidated on bringing those home and knowing what to do with them.
So there's a couple of elements that you want to look at whenever you are harvesting flowers and arranging flowers.
Now, Kristin, you have these really tall flowers. Is there a rhyme or reason to the container that you choose?
Well, that's a great question. So generally when you're designing with the line flowers, you want it to be about 1/2 to 2 times the height of the arrangement. So, and we're going to show how to line that up so that way that you can kind of see where it needs to cut.
Okay.
So once you add the water, make sure that if you can buy some floral food, because that's going to actually help with the longevity of the flowers. So before I begin our arrangement, Joanna, I'm just going to add that to our water. A lot of people will say, Kristin, is it better if it's cold water, warm water? So basically just room temperature water is the best. And then we're just going to kind of make sure that that gets into the water. And then next what we're going to do is we're going to take our foliage and kind of like, you know, we're basically just going to have this added to our arrangement first. So it's really easy whenever you put this in that you can also have it to kind of just serve as a basis for the arrangement. So I'm going to add in a little bit of the peppermint here first. And you know, with the foliage, you don't have to, if you can try to keep as much foliage out of the water, that also is very, very helpful to kind of keep those flowers extra fresh as long as possible. And if you also need to take it back out, you can certainly do that as if you notice it. So we're basically just kind of working around the container. So Joanna, next what we want to do is we want to kind of add our line flowers. So what I'm going to do is just line this up with my vase and then kind of snip it off so that way I can kind of see if it's that 1 to 2.5 size the height of the arrangement. So I like that where that sits, so I'm just going to add that in right around our foliage. And then the same thing, you know, we're going to add these in around our arrangement. So, and again, you know, this is going to give our arrangement some nice height so that way that we can have some of it going actually up.
Okay, Kristin, where do the sunflowers go?
Yes, so the sunflowers will go after the line flower with our gladiolus. Same thing we're going to do here. We're just going to line it up and make our cut at a slant, and then we're just going to add that in. And you basically just want to work around the line flowers. And odd numbers are easier to use than even numbers, so kind of keep that in mind when you're working, because odd are just, so think 3s and 5s are going to be better eye appealing. So I'm going to add one back here, and then I'm going to add 2 more over on this side. So Joanna, after we've gotten our sunflowers in, we're going to add in our next kind of focal flower that we talked about, and that is the cosmos. And I really like cosmos because, again, they're tall and they are a beautiful bloom that we have here in the summertime right here in Kentucky.
Now, does this foliage cause a challenge because it's all over the stem, or do you still want to strip all that off?
Yes, this particular stem, we want to make sure that we pull some of that off. And, you know, even though it's just got a little cute little bud at the end, we're still going to use it. So, again, just make sure it's not actually down in the water. Just make sure it's still serving right below. But we're just going to fill this in right around some of the sunflowers that we've added. So Joanna, once we've added our cosmos, we want to take a look at our filler flowers again to add that in. So what I'm going to do is just add in this amaranth right around the base of it, and then I'm just going to fill in with the Gomphrena and also our yarrow.
So Kristin, this is gorgeous, as always. But if people were at home and they're like, you know, I would love to learn more about flower arranging.
Yes.
There's a class coming up for that, right?
Yes, on Monday, July the 8th, we have the Business of Bloom short course that is coming up. It's going to be held in Hardin County at the Extension office there. And so there is a little bit of a fee, but this is great. We have a beginning track if you're kind of new to floral design, or if you're a little bit more advanced, there's also an option there for more advanced floral design. But this is a great opportunity to learn a little bit more and expand all your floral design.
We appreciate you watching the Farm and Home Show and hope you have a great day.